Hello everyone, my name is Rich Keener. I'm the Village Manager for the Village of Villa Park. And today's another one of my segments where I'll be talking about an upcoming board meeting's agenda. So folks, today's segment is on the agenda for Monday, August 10th. So let's start. So number one for Monday, August 10th is the call to order. It's the roll call. Number two is the Pledge of Allegiance. Number three is public comments on agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for anyone in the audience to come to the podium and comment on items that are on the formal agenda that evening. Moving on, number four is the amendments to the agenda. And folks, that's the appropriate time for the president or the board of trustees to revise the formal agenda for that evening. Moving on, number five is the consent agenda. We have 5A. We have minutes from the board meeting held on July 27th. 2020. We have 5B, which is the bill listing for the weeks of July 27 and August 3rd, 2020, and a total amount of $582,160.91. So moving on to number 6, which is the second reading on ordinances to be codified. So we have 6A for the evening. We have a second and final reading of an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, amending the Villa Park Municipal Code relating to Class EE liquor licenses. So folks, the background on this particular item is that in December of 2019, the Village Board approved a variance and special use request from the owner of 187 East North Avenue, which is George Bennis, who owns Midland Plumbing, to erect a salt dome as an accessory structure, thereby allowing the business to relocate to a more advantageous location. Part of that relocation involves rehabbing the dilapidated building and leasing attached retail space to Baki LLC to operate a new business called Sabrina's. Baki LLC has requested a Class EE restaurant restricted liquor license. Sabrina's is a cafe serving food, beer, wine, and gaming. This ordinance allows Sabrina's to sell retail beer and wine to patrons at tables on the premises. It also increases the number of Class EE liquor licenses in the village from 8 to 9, and the total number of liquor licenses in the village from 67 to 68. So folks, just as I've read, we've got a new development on North Avenue at 187 East North Avenue that is a building that needs some rehabbing, and so it'll be Midland Plumbing's new office, and their vehicles will be out back with the salt dome, and then the front will be leased as a Sabrina's cafe, serving food, beer, wine, and then also having gaming. So the building's looking very nice, should be done shortly. So moving on from Monday night, August 10th, is number 7. We have ordinances. We have 7A, which is an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, establishing temporary executive powers pursuant to Chapter 8, Article 3, Sections 8-301 through 308 of the Villa Park Municipal Code, and 65 ILCS 5/11-1-6 of the Illinois Municipal Code, and 20 ILCS 3305-11 of the Illinois Emergency Management Act. So folks, the background of this particular item is it is the policy of the Village of Villa Park that the village be prepared to address any emergency. Therefore, in response to the significant outbreak of the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, within the United States, pursuant to Chapter 8, Article 3, Sections 8-301 through 308 of the Village of Villa Park Municipal Code, and 65 ILCS 5/11-1-6 of the Illinois Municipal Code, and 20 ILCS 3305-11 of the Illinois Emergency Management Agency Act, it is necessary and appropriate to authorize the village president to exercise extraordinary power and authority by executive order during the state of disaster / emergency to ensure that the effects of COVID-19 are mitigated and minimized and that residents and visitors within the village remain safe and secure. This ordinance extends the temporary executive powers contained in Ordinance 4159, approved by the Village Board on July 27, 2020, until such time that the Village Board can reconvene in an open meeting. So folks, this ordinance will be good until August 10th, and hopefully it'll be approved again, and it'll be good till August 24th, and so forth. But we do need this temporary executive powers ordinance, because if there's a need to purchase protective equipment or any type of disinfectant that is more than my purchasing power, we need the ability to do that right away and take advantage of that. Or if we need to change any type of staffing schedules within the village to mitigate COVID-19 or to respond to the emergency pandemic, we can do that and mitigate the spread of COVID-19. So moving on to 7B for Monday night, August 10th, is an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, granting a variance to replace an existing non-conforming blacktop driveway at 454 South Wisconsin Avenue. So folks, the background on this particular item is that the petitioner, Max Hellerman, is seeking to replace an existing legal non-conforming blacktop driveway measuring 18 feet by 43 feet at 454 South Wisconsin Avenue. The subject property consists of 2 driveways when Village Code permits 1 driveway per lot. 1 driveway leads to the attached garage and measures 9 feet deep, which provides inadequate space to park a vehicle outside of the garage. A second driveway on this property measures 18 feet by 43 feet deep, or 774 square feet. The petitioner would like to replace the second driveway and is therefore seeking a variance, as Village Code requires non-conforming structures to be brought up to compliance when they are replaced. Without significant modifications to the home, the existing characteristics make it difficult to bring the attached driveway up to code. The Zoning and Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of this variance request. So folks, just as I've just read, we have an owner located at 454 South Wisconsin Avenue that would like to replace his non-conforming driveway. So to do that, he needs a variance to replace that driveway since it's non-conforming. And the variance has been approved by the Zoning and Planning Commission, and now this request proceeds to the Village Board for their consideration as well. So moving on for Monday night, August 10th, we have 7C, which is an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, granting a special use and a variation to the rear yard for an automotive service, personal vehicle repair and maintenance facility for property located at 225 West Roosevelt Road. So folks, the background of this particular item is that the petitioner is seeking zoning relief to construct a new development for a future Bell Tire store at the subject property. Customers will wait in the waiting area while various parts are installed or services are provided. The new development includes improving the overall site through the construction of a new building, parking lot, landscaping, and lighting. The Zoning and Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of this request. So folks, the property is located at 225 West Roosevelt Road, which is the empty lot next to the fitness center there and BioLife building. So it's the empty lot to the west. And this new development will be a brand new building for Bell Tire, new parking lot, landscaping, and new lighting. So it'll transform that empty lot into a very developed commercial entity for the village. And again, the Zoning and Planning Commission unanimously recommended the approval of the variance because it's going to be a large building, and be located more to the rear of the lot as well and need that variance. So moving on for the agenda Monday night is 8, our resolution. So we have one resolution. We have 8A, which is a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, confirming the appointment of Marlene Scheibel as Village Treasurer, IMRF Authorized Agent, and IRMA Alternate Delegate. So folks, the background of this particular item is that following a staffing change in May, Interim Finance Director Susan Griffin was appointed the Interim Village Treasurer, the Authorized Agent for the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, also known as the IMRF, and the Alternate Delegate for the Board of Directors of the Intergovernmental Risk Management Agency, also known as IRMA. The permanent position of Finance Director has been recently filled by Ms. Marlene Scheibel. These important finance responsibilities must be formally assigned to Director Scheibel to ensure village operations continue without interruption. So folks, we did have a staffing change in May, so we hired an interim finance director while we proceeded through the process to locate and hire the permanent replacement. And so now I've done that, and she has started last week. And so now we need to take and transfer these duties to Finance Director Scheibel so that we can move forward now in a seamless transition. So moving on for Monday night, August 10th, we have number 9, which is public comments on non-agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for anyone in the audience to come to the podium and comment on items that are not on the formal agenda that evening. We have number 10 for Monday night, which is the Village Clerk's Report. We have number 11, which is the Village Trustees Report. We have number 12, which is the Village President's Report. We have number 13, which is the Village Manager's Report, mine. And then we have number 14, which is adjournment. And so, folks, we have a number of interesting items for Monday night. So if you have time, please tune in on our cable channels or our platform for YouTube and kind of watch it live, or come in person and participate. But if you do come in the building, you'll have to wear a mask and you'll be in the audience, etc. So again, it's my honor to be Village Manager for the Village of Villa Park. I'm Rich Keener and hope to see you soon. Take care.